What's up, people? Today, it is episode 6 of Weighted Opinions.
But also episode 7 of the Stronger Together and Overcome podcast.
But, like, 6, 7 is...
6, 7.
Oh, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
The
perfect.
crossover you didn't know you needed.
Who saw that coming? All right, we did, because we planned it. Anyways.
Yep.
So, episode 6 and 7.
7.
You know, we're gonna go over some things, and it's gonna touch on both aspects. So buckle up. Okay. Today we are talking about grief. Mm-hmm. It's a big one. So what do we call grief? Should I title this one for us?
Send it.
How about grief is the heavyweight that nobody trains for? Ooh,
that's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Did you plan that?
Off the cuff.
Oh, okay.
For sure. I'm not reading notes. Nope. It's just right from here, fresh. Yep. Anyways, like I said, episode 6 or 7, 6 of Weighted Opinions, the show where I put ideas on the bar and see what they actually weigh. Sometimes with sarcasm, sometimes with serious reflection, and occasionally both at the same time, like an emotional superset. Yeah. How do we like that?
Heavy, bro.
We're just we're bringing them out today. So, which one is it today? I got a spoiler for you. It's a heavy one. We're talking about grief. Okay, there might be some sarcasm in there, but we're gonna be serious. It's that uninvited training partner who shows up, wrecks your energy, and doesn't leave when you ask politely. How do we feel about that, Josh?
It feels good and bad. Kind of like grief.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that we've talked about as a couple of guys that have both experienced some pretty difficult things in our lives is grief is one of those things that you can't really train for.
Right.
You can train for a marathon. You can train for a martial arts fight. It's pretty tough to prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually for grief.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of those things where you might be prepared for the meeting you're about to walk into, but as you go up that last step, your pants tear, and now you got to figure it out because something that you just didn't plan for happened, and now you need to be ready.
Yep.
So, yeah. I don't know. How would I describe this? Grief it's ugly, it's exhausting, it's certainly not anybody's best friend, but no matter who you are, how tough you might be, like sooner or later, grief's going to come knocking, and it doesn't play fair. That's the fun part.
Yeah. I think you nailed it on the head there. I think if you haven't experienced grief yet, I'm thankful for you.
Yeah.
But it's coming. And, you know, Jared and I have both experienced grief in different ways. For me, I experienced it before, but the closest, heaviest that I experienced was back in 2012 when my wife Heidi and we lost our first daughter, Michaela. And, you know, up to that point in life, everything was going well. I was successful in the workplace, successful in marriage and in life. Things were going well. And then death and then grief happened.
Right.
And, you know, you can train for a fight. You know, as I did martial arts for many, many years.
Right.
But until you actually take that first hit to the chin, it's hard to prepare yourself for that. And for me, to lose a daughter, there are no words.
I mean, that's why I'm sitting here dumbfounded and like, I'm not crying. So
I'm not crying.
I don't know why you guys are. That's pretty embarrassing for you. Honestly, I don't know, man. I have a dog, and I think inevitably that one day is going to come. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why I've thought about it multiple times, but I know I'm just going to be a blithering mess.
Yep. Like
the worst ugly crying you have ever seen, and just an absolute atomic disaster.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing with grief is like we've discussed, your experience with that versus, I've lost both of my parents at a relatively young age. My mom 6 years prior to my dad.
Yeah.
And even though that's kind of same, the two experiences were vastly different.
Right.
Like I was just saying before, I think my mom's, because I was a huge mama's boy. I know that's a shock to you guys out there who know me and as this big, strong figurehead, masculine male in the community.
Mother.
But that one for me was far more emotionally damaging.
Yeah.
Because like that was my rock and that was my go-to every time I needed advice or needed a shoulder to cry on or whatever it was. That woman was always there to guide me. And then knowing that was gone, I was like, oh crap, I don't know if I'm prepared for this ride.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 6 years later to my dad passing away. And it's not that it wasn't emotional. It was just more mental to the point where I was like, wow, like both of my parents are gone, but now there's so many things in my life that I could have done that I hadn't done.
Right.
And now none of them are going to be here to see it or to celebrate it or to walk me through the stages of it. And, it was just a little bit more mentally of a gut punch where the wind got knocked out of my sails. And I was like, well, I think I need to start living my life and stop sitting on my hands because it's passing me by whether I like it or not.
Yeah. I like that what you said there. For me, that's gonna be tough to talk about. But those experiences, I would never get to see her go to school.
Oh man.
Or get married, or and thank God, my daughter Haley was born a year and a half later.
Yeah.
But still, when you go through the loss of a loved one, of somebody dear to you, there is no way to really prepare yourself. And I think maybe this is a good segue to talk about the fact that grief isn't the same.
Right.
For every person, and it's certainly not linear.
Right.
My experience could be similar to Jared's, and also very, very different.
Right.
And how we process, how we deal, how we move is going to vary, and it's going to be different. I mean, for me, I would have these moments where I was doing okay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this wave of grief,
the freaking tidal wave,
just smashes you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what
yeah.
was that?
No, I feel you completely. And like, you almost got me choked up there too, because you said like, oh, I'll never get to see her go to school or never get to go to her wedding. And it was the other way for me.
Yeah.
Where my parents are gone now. And with me being a father, it's like, they're never going to get to see me take that kid to school. They're not going to be at my wedding. They're not going to get to see the way I raised my kid and how they influenced me to do so. So like, even though there's a lot of parallels and it's very same, it's vastly different. Right. And it's just so unpredictable. And like you said, it just hits you like a tidal wave you didn't see coming.
Yeah.
And like, I think the only way to understand what we're saying right now too is if you've been there. Like, you can imagine these, and death is inevitable. We all know it's coming one day, but the beautiful thing of human nature is you can be like, oh, it's not today, so I don't care. I'm not concerned about it. And like, I don't know what that's going to feel like. And like, spoiler alert, it feels terrible. It's awful. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. It's like the ride that's rickety and falling apart at the fair that nobody goes on. And you're like, it might be fun, but like, I'm not doing it. Like, no, there's a learning experience. I don't want to learn today. I'm not here for it.
The guy who's running the ride clearly doesn't have any training.
Yeah, exactly. Why does he only have 1.5 fingers? It's not okay. And like, I would say, kind of as we're both talking about our experiences, it's a roller coaster, right? Because some days I can talk about it and I'm completely fine. I don't get choked up. I can get all the words out and my thoughts clear and concisely. And that's when I'm high up and, there's a lot of learning and growth that's happened there. But then when we go down and go the other way, it's like I even think the words, and when I try and speak them, I get that lip quiver and, all of a sudden you're incapable of even forming a sentence.
Yeah, and I think part of what we're doing here is is to give you the courage and the freedom to actually feel the things. If you haven't experienced it yet, like Jared said, it will come eventually. But if you have been there, give yourself permission to feel the things.
Right.
And have some grace for yourself when there's those days where you don't want to face it. You don't want to get out of bed. But you do it, right? You get up. And I think part of this episode is we wanted to try to give some skills, some tools, some abilities to deal with this inevitable moment in your life where the grief and the darkness will come.
Yep.
And I think for me anyways, doing the social media and the faith-based stuff and with my new book and all that, I think one of the things that I've personally noticed, Jared, and we'll see if you agree, is grief can cause people to get stuck.
Yeah, that's it. You just kind of stop because you got winded. You got punched in the stomach and you've got no momentum to keep you moving forward. So I agree fully. And like, I was even just going to say it knocks the wind out of you. So
yeah,
but then the funny thing is life keeps going. And as much as it's devastating and heartbreaking to you, the world doesn't care. So life basically is like, hey, are you good? Keep going.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Brenda, I'm barely hanging on right now, but thank you for asking. I don't know why it's named Brenda. Shut up, Brenda, when you watch this, because that'll be funny for you. But Josh and I have both been through the fire, literally. And not that like motivational gym poster you see that somebody threw together on Photoshop. It's real pain, real loss, and that spawns real growth. And like, as much as I wish, I'm not getting choked up. As much as I wish.
Onions. Someone's cutting onions.
Yeah, what is that crying apple again? Emily, get out of the kitchen.
No, don't.
Yeah, actually, yeah, unless that sandwich is coming. As much as I wish like grief wasn't a part of this whole experience, it's one of your greatest teachers that you will ever have in your life if you so choose it to be. So I don't want you to get this twisted. Like I'm saying, grief is good and it's the best thing and you should charge like a bowl that seeds red. Like, don't go looking for tragedy, but it's very much like a self-improvement workshop, because when it finds you, and it will, like we said, you can choose to let it crush you, or you can use it to carve out the best version of yourself that nobody has seen yet. So every heartbreak, every loss, every gut punch, they're all more reps that you're putting in. And as we both like to talk about, because we are the fitness people, more reps, more success, more learning, more better. That's this guy. He understands.
More reps, more better.
Mo better.
For me,
so like
to make it personal.
Okay, carry on. Then yeah.
To make it personal. So, you know, I lose a child. My wife and I lose our baby girl, Michaela. What happened? First of all, there's a year of darkness and turning to the wrong things. So learn from me, right?
Yeah.
I decided to learn how to fight, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was powerlifting, again, for the wrong reasons. I just didn't want to feel the pain. Turning to, you know, heavy alcohol use, stuff like that. So there's
things to numb everything.
Yeah.
Right?
So there was a year there where it was not good. But then faith and family and things like that, I was able to, by the grace of God, actually focus in on the important things in life. Faith in God, my family.
Right.
And what it did is, once I finally allowed myself to be in the grief and to actually deal with it rather than running or hiding or numbing, what it did is it made me a far better dad.
Yeah.
Because when Haley Grace showed up, had I not gone through that experience with Michaela Faith, I don't think I'm the same dad.
So it almost prepared you for who you needed to be, not who you wanted to be.
Right. And then Jackson Henry a couple years later. And, you know, had I not gone through the fire, through the valley, whatever, I'm definitely not as involved, as kid focused, as like I'm involved in every aspect of their lives.
Yeah.
But it's something that I had to choose, though.
Right. So like, I love everything you're saying, because you're kind of diving into like the tools of how you dealt with it and how it prepared you to be better moving forward for the opportunity that you were about to be blessed with, sort of thing, right?
Exactly.
So like, what's your number one tool? Or this is what I tell anybody who's going through the same sort of grief that I have, is every feeling is valid. Okay. Acceptance without judgment. It's okay to not be okay. Just don't unpack that and live there permanently.
That's right.
Okay. Feel it. It's valid. Let it out. Punch a pillow. Ugly cry in the mirror. We've all been there. No judgment. Whatever you,
What?
This morning. Any of those things, they're valid and you're allowed to feel them, but don't get stuck there. Right. And Josh just nailed on another one, which is movement, physical movement, lifting, walking, whatever, sweating. Like, it doesn't fix it, but it sure helps you to keep from drowning in it. Right. Mm-hmm. And like you said, Heidi's a huge part of it as well. So connectivity, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're not married, you don't have a significant other, a good friend, right? Or there's qualified professionals out there. I mean, even if you got to talk to your dog, I don't care.
They're good listeners.
Yeah. Just talk. Like, don't bottle it up. Don't compartmentalize, right?
Bark twice, if you understand.
And I mean, after all of this is said and done, patience, patience, patience. Healing,
And grace.
yes.
Yeah.
Whatever your belief system is, healing is spiritual, okay? And it's not a sprint. It's a slow jog in wet socks. Like, it is a marathon.
Gross.
Disgusting. I know, that made me feel uncomfortable also. It's uncomfortable is what I was going for.
Grief.
Yeah. Yeah. Wet socks. That is gross. So much grief. But you will get there eventually, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And as Josh said, it is not linear. Some days you feel like you're crushing it. You're riding a high. You've learned. You're this evolved creatures. And then all of a sudden that wrong song comes on while you're driving somewhere. And bam, that's it. You've completely lost it. You got boogers and tears streaming down your face. And for whatever reason, your boss pulls up next to you at the lights. And this is your identity now. It's out there. It's in society. This is who you are. I mean,
Yeah.
I told you it was going to get heavy today. Yeah, this isn't that normal fun. Well, there you now. Okay. All right. Well, let me just put my sleeves on because that's embarrassing for everybody else. So like, if I was going to just kind of evolve into something else, I would say if there's one thing I've learned from all of this and my experiences is grief changes you undoubtedly, without fail, can't be avoided.
Whether you want it to or not.
Exactly. Yeah. But if you let it, it can also evolve you. Okay. Let's marinate in that for a second. Everything is a learning experience. Failure, grief, all of this, it's not final. It's part of the function. Okay. Yeah. Let it in, be smart, evolve from it, and enjoy the growth that happens.
Yeah. Again, guys, you're going to experience it, whether it's coming just up around the corner or it's many, many years down the road. Grief is coming. But like Jared said, you can choose to make it a learning experience for you. Mm-hmm. Be patient with yourself. More grace for yourself.
Huge.
And then you got to move and recognize that you're going to have good days and bad days and the in-between days. One day you're going to be up on the mountaintop and things are good. Next day you're going to be a dumpster fire. And either one of those things is okay.
Yes.
As long as we continue to move in the right direction and to learn from what's happening. And so Jared losing both of his parents, he has told me numerous times that his focus now is on being the best parent that he can be for as long as he's around, right? I've lost my first girl, so I decided to be the best dad that I could for my kids.
Right.
How do we learn and how do we move forward? Because you can't avoid these things.
Nope. And I mean, like, just off of what you said there, with both of us wanting to do better because of our crappy experiences, is like one of my mantras all the time is leaving this place better for the ones that come after.
Yeah.
So like you just touched on both of us having that same goal and that same outlook after these situations. And the bottom line is you won't be the same person you were before. And that's okay, because the person who comes out on the other side is actually going to be bigger, better, stronger, more well equipped for the stuff that comes after and the stuff that actually matters. You'll have a deeper appreciation for life, for friendships, for people, everything, right? Just waking up and feeling good and feeling healthy. You understand, like, wow, I hit the lottery. And you learn to not take things for granted so much.
And if you're out there today and maybe you're watching this and you're in that space where, you know, grief has that stranglehold on you right now and you don't know where to go or where to turn, we just want you to know that you're not alone. One of the things that a lot of people struggle with is they think that their experience is unique only to them and nobody else could understand. Well, you got two guys sitting here who very different experiences of grief, but both very real and very traumatic things. So you are not alone, and we weren't meant to do this life alone. So reach out, whether it's to one of us, to a good friend, family member.
Your dog.
Your dog. Dogs get it.
That's right.
Don't turn to cats. They're jerks.
Yeah, they're the guardians of that place we don't talk about. But I mean, even early on when I first met Josh, I joke and I call it trauma bonding because early on we talked about these experiences. I don't even know how it came up because we were in the gym and we're like, hey, we should talk about sad things together, even though you're kind of a stranger to me.
We both had an emo phase.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah. Hair over the, it's fine. We don't need to go back. A couple of you can relate, Stacy. But we kind of trauma bonded by sharing our experiences and our stories. But then we didn't sit there and just wallow in it together. It was like, oh, like this is how I look at life. And this actually made me stronger because I dealt with this and I evolved like this. And now this is how I treat things going forward. Right? So like whatever you are carrying right now, it's okay. It's not weak to hurt. Yeah. It's strength to feel it and keep showing up anyways. Yes. All right? So if anybody gives you a hard time or somebody tells you you're being a baby or you're being stuck on it for too long, you can tell them to kick rocks, right? Because
jog on.
Yeah, it's your experience. It's not their experience. I just called this guy right here. Like if that's the case, it's on site, all right? We know what that means. But it's your experience. Don't let anybody else steal it from you, diminish it, condescend, whatever, right? Like your feelings are valid. Go through it, deal with it as you need to deal with it, and be better.
Yeah, and why we did the crossover today from the Weighted Opinions and the Stronger Together is because, it is true that we are stronger together as we go through this life and as we face things. Being able to bounce ideas off of each other, for example, and I dealt with grief this way, and
right.
Maybe I could have done better here. How did you handle this? We can kind of make up for our blind spots in a sense. Huge. Where I may not see something Jared might and vice versa, right?
Yeah. And if you've experienced something similar and you're like, oh, hey, I got hung up on this part. If you so happen to end up here, here's a tool that I use to get past that, right? So it's kind of somebody else's experience helps you navigate yours more efficiently.
Yeah.
It's like having a personal trainer for your feelings.
And that's right. And to bring it into the fitness industry, because we always go back here. You almost broke the microphone.
Yeah, speaking of mountain peaks or whatever you were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, so bad. Going through the difficult things in life. This may sound shallow, but it's always better with biceps.
No, seriously.
like
I'm going to invite myself back in because that is very true.
And what I mean by that is when you take care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, healthy bodies and minds and all of these things
right.
will better equip you for whatever life throws your way.
When you you feel like you deserve it. You're worth more, because you've put that money in. You're seeing return on investment. You feel more valuable at the end of the day. It's not trying to be narcissistic or stupid about anything. You just have more pride and you feel better about it. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's better with biceps. That's it. Maybe we should change the name. That's it.
That's
the
takeaway.
crossover.
But I think maybe to sum all of this up is grief will come if it hasn't already. Be patient and gracious with yourself when it does.
Yep.
Healing is not linear, but movement is required.
Yeah.
So you have to move, and you don't have to do this alone, right?
Yep.
And the healthier you are, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, the better equipped you are gonna be in those situations when they come up.
Yep.
Do we have a challenge for them this week?
Ooh, a challenge.
I didn't think of one, but I should have.
Me either. But, on the spot, I'm sure we can. Look, if we put our two heads together. Oh, there you go. Our new sponsor, Tim Hortons.
If we
Not
put
yet, but maybe.
two heads
Maybe.
together, we might have one.
I mean, we definitely do that with our brains. A challenge. Okay. Maybe let's do something where you've got to put yourself out there a little bit. Because, we're both born around the same time. For us, our elders, our grandparents, especially males, it was not manly to have feelings, right? Maybe as a man, okay, I don't want to single anybody out because everybody can do this, but specifically for men that were born before 1990, share an experience with somebody, maybe another male counterpart, a good friend, something that you've been dealing with, some sort of grief, some sort of struggle, or just open up. You know what's wild is for some reason us men are afraid to tell each other we care about each other. Maybe reach out to somebody who's actually made a difference, whether you know it or not, and let them know. Be like, hey man, I love you. I appreciate you. You've done a lot for me in my life. Because that might be a tool for them. Yeah. That might be a tool for them to overcome some grief they might be compartmentalizing or keeping swept under the rug that you have no idea about.
So good.
So maybe, just maybe, that's the challenge. Open up to somebody. Man, woman, child, whoever. Let somebody in and let them know. So you know you're not alone and they know they're not alone.
And then let us know how
yeah.
it went.
You've always got to do that. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
Yeah. We're
Let
going to do
us
the
know.
social stuff at the end. You've got to subscribe, okay?
Yeah.
We need you to like everything. We need you to comment. Let us know. Where's the camera? Down there in the comments, okay? Let us know what you're going to do. Let us know how you did it. Let us know how it went. Let us know if you loved or hated this. Let us know if you cried. We almost did. I didn't because I'm
twice.
so mad. Oh, okay. Well, I just changed the camera. I was crying a lot. I'm lying. Yeah.
And also, if you wanna talk about some of your experiences, maybe you'd like to reach out to Jared or myself and be like, Josh, man, I went through this. How did you get through it? Or with Jared losing his parents, maybe you guys have gone through something similar, and it would help you guys to reach out. Whether you want to do some personal training with us, whether you want to do some life coaching, whether you want to just have a coffee, we're around, we're available, we care.
Yeah.
So
we're here. We love coffee. Okay. We're always willing to do that. Okay. So let's everybody say hello to our new sponsor. Not yet, but maybe.
Tim Hortons, Are you watching
Tim
this?
Hortons, are you paying attention? We do like our coffee. But I have a tendency to always end things off the same way on these Weighted Opinion podcasts. So maybe we do it the same, but a little bit different, right? We know
6-7.
6-7. That's it. So now that we've 6-7'd at the end again, because we are doing episodes 6 and 7, it's a collaboration. But you know what it is. We thank you for being here. We appreciate your time. If you made it this far in the video, do the things. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Help support us so that we can keep doing more of this and making a bigger impact. Mm-hmm. And until next time, my friends, hold your head high, keep your heart open, and as always, stay glorious.